fans are expected to abide by all school policies, including the school dress code. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other inappropriate actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, team representatives, or other spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for dismissal from the state of competition. Violations of the MTL Code of Conduct may result in suspension from other MTL contests. We appreciate your cooperation and interest in our athletic programs and our student athletes. The game manager for this event will be Mr. Craig Dawson. A reminder, there is no smoking permitted anywhere on the Towanda School District campus. We now allow food and drink in the gym, so please do your part by placing your tray, your trash, in the waste baskets located near the exits at the top of the bleachers. Now, introducing the visiting Lady Millionaires. The Lady Millionaires are coached by Coach Lee. At number 5, we have Abby Maha. At number 10, we have Mia Nieto. At number 20, we have Sydney Cruz. At number 24, we have Anna Harstead. And at number 41, we have Tanaya Martin. Now, introducing your Towanda Lady Knights. The Lady Knights are coached by Joe Chikowski. At number 11, we have Destiny Matthews. At number 15, we have Melody Cakes. At number 21, we have Alana Ayers. At number 24, we have Shaylin Morris. And at number 32, we have Kiara Charver. Officials for tonight's JV game are Mr. Kyle Thompson and Mr. Jerry Kane. Thank you for supporting our athletes. Please enjoy the game.
All right, how we doing? Good evening here from Tawana Gymnasium. We are live once again on this Wednesday evening as Coach Clark with Coach Johnson to my right as always. Coach, how are you doing today?
Not too bad. How are you?
Not bad. It's a little less crowded in here than it was on Monday night for some reason. I don't know why.
I think there's a few sporting events going on. I think there might be a wrestling match nearby.
Tonight?
I thought so.
There might
and
be.
I know there's the boys' game out at Wellsboro.
I mean, I was being sarcastic, to be honest with
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
with what was going on Monday night. But, yeah, there is a
Yeah.
boys' game in Wellsboro tonight. We'll try and keep you updated with that one. But, yes, a little bit lighter of an atmosphere here tonight as it is the 6A Williamsport Lady Millionaires coming to town taking on our Lady Knights. Really quick, let's have a rundown of the Lady Millionaires. So now here's the part where we have to remember tonight. Williamsport does come in at 9-10 on the year. However, they are a 6A team out of District 4, which means they play a lot of teams out of league, out of district that are also 6, 5, 4A teams. Big teams. So, a really quick rundown. I'm not going to go over every single game, of course, but teams like this that they have played so far, I mean, they've lost to Hazleton area 47-40. They beat up on Warrior Run, a local team-ish. They beat up on Montoursville. They beat Lewisburg. They beat Shikellamy. They lost to Linden Hall out of District 3. They did lose to Loyal Sox 63-50. Then they came back and lost a tough one to Harrisburg area, which we know is another 6A team, before beating Danville, beating Dallas, losing a tough one to Mifflin County. They did lose at Northern Schuylkill. They lost to Altoona before they beat Central Mountain, another 5A school, last night, 44-36. So a 9-10 team we're obviously not familiar with. Cannot recall the last time a Tawana team has played Williamsport area. We've played South Williamsport and Montoursville and Sauk, but not 6A Williamsport.
No, and this is as you were talking. You mentioned the 9-10 record, and obviously the schools that they're playing are some big time programs. But this will be a really good test for the Lady Knights tonight, and I think it's a positive going into district play that they're seeing somebody at this ability level.
Yep.
A 6A school coming up here and competing with these guys, I think will only help the Lady Knights get prepared for that opening round and hopefully further down the road and maybe the semifinal and possibly final. You never know of the district.
So again, Wilpo is 9-10 coming in this game, but they are undefeated against District 4 teams. I just looked it up. They're 8-0 against every team from District 4, which is their district. They've lost all of their games out of not only conference but out of district. And then we have the Lady Knights, who have won 3 straight NTL championships, coming into this game at 18-3, and they have 2,000-point scorers in junior Paige Manchester and senior Portia Bennett.
Yeah, the other night was pretty magical in here, I'd say. The electricity was in the air every time Paige touched the ball, every time Portia touched the ball. And, luckily Portia Bennett got it pretty early in the game, so the pressure was off her. But things got a little dicey with Paige Manchester. A couple late fouls, had her 4th, and possibly could have had her 5th there for a little while. So it was very, very close. But congratulations again to both of them. What a great accomplishment for both of them on the same night.
So like I mentioned, this is the first time that we've obviously seen the Williamsport Lady Millionaires. We'll do our best with names.
Yep.
We went down and tried to have them phonetically given to us, so we'll do our best with names. If you are watching and tuning in from Williamsport, we'll try our best for you, and we'll give you all the action here. Looking ahead, like I mentioned, or like Coach mentioned, the boys are at Wellsboro tonight. We'll try and give updates on that. And tomorrow, I believe what's going on is there's going to be a 5 o'clock game at home, boys versus Williamson here in the gym. We're not going to call that action tomorrow, but we will be here for the 7 o'clock game, which is the NTL Showdown Round 1, which is the large school champion taking on the runner-up of the small school. I don't know who that is right now.
I don't know either.
You could speculate, maybe Wyalusing.
Yep.
It's definitely not Northeast, but maybe Wyalusing, maybe Canton. But we'll see who that is tomorrow night. We will have that call for you at 7 o'clock. We are getting ready here for the national anthem and for the alma mater, and then we'll have some non-conference basketball. Again, it's the Williamsport Lady Millionaires, our Tawana Lady Knights, coming up. All right, so we are going to get our introductions with our starting lineups. First for the visiting Lady Millionaires out of Williamsport area.
Millionaires are coached by Coach Buxton. At number 1, we have Sierra Rayner.
So we are going to have number 1, Sierra Rainier. Number 2, Ella Wilson. Number 4, Allie Chilson. Number 14, Kaylee Helmrich. And number 34, Anaya Andrews-Handy. So again, first time seeing the Lady Millionaires. They come into this game at 9-10, but a very deceiving 9-10. It's not like Meadowbrook Christian's 9-10. These guys, these girls play some big schools.
This is
it's a legit basketball team. Yep. And you got to think they're fighting for their district lives right now, possibly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't know what seeding is down there, but definitely a little bit different.
Right on the border. All right, take it away, Coach. Starting lineup for the Lady Knights.
For the Lady Knights tonight, we have number 22, Bella Hurley, number 2, Paige Manchester, number 20, Portia Bennett, number 45, Gracie Schoonover, and number 14, Eliza Fowler.
So I will give a really quick footnote that this game does have a little bit of importance to it, though. As it stands right now, according to District 4's website, Loyalsock lost again the other night. They are right now 16-6 as the number 3 seed. Towanda 18-3 as the number 4 seed. This matters for the for seeding reasons to see who plays the 2 seed rather than number 1 Bloomsburg. Towanda right now sitting at .655 power points. Sock sitting at 0.658 power points. Okay. So it's .003. And I'm assuming if you beat a 9-10 6A team, your power ranking will go up a little bit. So this, it's going to be close. It's going to come right down to the wire to see who is the 3 seed. And the reason, ladies and gentlemen, that has some significance to it is if you're the 3 seed, you get to play Line Mountain rather than Bloomsburg in round 2.
Yep, that's a big incentive for the Lady Knights to try to get this one. And like you said, you don't want to go into the showdown tomorrow. You don't want to. You don't want to go into districts thinking, man, when we go up against these big schools, it's going to be a lot tougher. This will tell you a lot about the mindset and ability of this Lady Knights team.
Got a really cool another feature today, thanks to Sam Tavani to our left, our tech guy behind the scenes. We have a trivia question today that I kind of thought of on the way up here, and I looked up the answer. I was actually right, but we're going to do it as a poll today. So I'm going to give a trivia question here, probably about 3 minutes of game time or so, and you can actually answer it on the poll right here on Facebook, and we will tell you the correct answer at halftime. So right off the button, it is Wilpo getting the first points of the game as Allie Chilson gets in deep for 2, number 4. And Towanda has turned it over twice. 2 long passes that just were not on target.
Yeah, and for the Lady Knights, this is something a little different than we've seen with Portia Bennett, man-to-man, playing one of the guards for the other team. A lot of times she's playing one of the post players, so puts a lot of responsibility on Gracie Schoonover underneath to guard the basket. And I think the role players of Towanda tonight have to have a really good game defensively, especially to keep the Lady Knights in it.
Williamsport does have some size. They basically have an inch or 2 advantage at every single spot when you look down there right now. Here's number 14. That is Helmrich with the basketball. Helmrich tries to get it in to Rainier, but it goes off her hands. Now out to Chilson, now back to Helmrich, and she puts it in for 2. Number 14, Kaylee Helmrich, 4-0 early, Lady Millionaires.
Yeah, Lady Knights got to be sharp on defense. It's not going to be this one shot and done for the Lady Millionaires. They're going to attack the boards. Nice little scoop shot for a foul there, Portia Bennett.
Gets up kind of slowly, but she does, and she'll go line and shoot 2. And look for the first points for the Lady Knights. So Portia Bennett, 1,000-point scorer, state champion in the high jump, puts it in her first free throw, and it's 4-1 now. That foul, by the way, was on Helmrich, her first. So interesting to note as well, the first 4 points for the Lady Millionaires were made in the paint. Haven't even attempted an outside shot yet. Bennett's second shot goes as well. 4-2 now in favor of the Lady Millionaires. First shot of the day for Rainier, and that goes. It's going to be a long two. It's 6-2 now in favor of Williamsport.
Yeah, Lady Millionaires with a really strong start early on offensively, getting everything that they want.
And I was mistaken earlier. This team, they've lost once to a District 4 team. They did lose to Loyalsock, but 8-1 against District 4 teams right now looks like a team that plays 5 and 6A schools.
Yeah.
Ball in the paint again. Helmrich with a real nice ball fake. Does get it out here to Rainier. Rainier doesn't like what she sees, kicks it out. That was Biter, number 11. Helmrich, yeah, took one too many steps this time, as it's going to be a turnover back to the Lady Knights. 5:53 left here, first quarter. Just joining us, 6-2 in favor of Williamsport.
Yeah, be interested to see if Coach Gentile, kind of continues with the pressure that we're used to seeing the Lady Knights kind of try to create with some of their 2-2-1 and 1-2-2 pressure.
Allie Hurley worked hard, Allie Hurley. Bella Hurley worked hard underneath there, got it to Schoonover. Good drive there by Paige Manchester, the other 1,000-point scorer for the Lady Knights, and she puts her first points to the board. 6-4 now is the score. I saw Bella inside doing Allie Hurley things, rebounding like that.
Yeah, there you go. You're right about that. Got to stay active with your hands without reaching.
It's Wilson. She is guarded by Manchester. Real nice entry pass there. Good ball movement by the Lady Millionaires. Helmrich gets it out. It's going to be a long two opportunity there for number 1, Rainier. No good. Rebounded, though, by Wilson. Wilson into the paint. Her shot sticks at the back of the rim and goes, and it's now 8-4 Lady Millionaires. Portia Bennett hard inside, and she is fouled by Helmrich.
Nice little primary break there. Get the ball up that right side. Look to your post.
Might be kind of important, too, because Helmrich right now is guarding Portia Bennett. That's her second foul, team second as well. And Helmrich looks like a main player in the post for the Lady Millionaires. Something to watch. First free throw for Bennett, in and out, no good. She'll have one more. Substitution for the Lady Millionaires. Out comes Helmrich with that second foul. And first action of the day for Andrews Handy, number 34. They didn't start Andrews Handy, did they?
No, they must not have.
I think they started Biter, number 11. We had it down as.
I think that's what the book said. Is
Andrews Handy, yeah, but I think Biter, number 11, because she's in the game right now. I think she started. Second shot goes for Bennett, though. It's 8-5 now in favor of Williamsport. Expect this one probably would be a good game. It has been so far. Portia Bennett may have gotten away with a reach there on Andrews Handy.
Good pressure here by Portia Bennett and Paige Manchester to cause that turnover.
Really nice pass from Manchester. Gets it up to Bennett. That is a nice, firm baseball pass there rather than a long floater, and it goes for two. And Williamsport's going to call a timeout. 4:19 to go here, first quarter. Williamsport 8, Tawanda 7. All right, so our next main stoppage, we'll ask our trivia question of the night. It's a fun one. We're going to give you 4 options tonight. They'll make it a little easier. It'd be kind of hard if there were no options, but we'll give you 4 options, like I said, on Mr. Sam Tavani's poll on Facebook, and he'll have that up for you when we ask it. Action resumes here, just a 1-point game now. As here's Wilson with the basketball. She goes baseline. Out to Biter. Biter up the lane, number 11, shot no good, rebounded by Schoonover. I think Schoonover's going to be a big part of this game, rebounding here for the Lady Knights to win this one.
Like I said, I think Liza Fowler, great take there by Paige Manchester off the rebound.
Bodies all over the place.
Yeah, like you said, Coach, I think number 45 down low, controlling that painted area is going to be big. Nice move.
That was
Andy.
Right underneath of Schoonover there, and we're going to have a timeout here by Coach Gentile. 10-9, 3:37 to go in the first quarter. Take another break. So a pretty even first 4.5 minutes in this one. 10-9 in favor of Wilpo. They put on a little bit of full court pressure here, easily taken by Manchester. She tries to split the zone again, and she will be fouled again and go to the line to shoot 2. Williamsport cannot believe the last 2 calls, but they are called, and will be 2 more shots for Manchester.
Yeah, just a nice aggressive. That's something that we missed from Paige Manchester early on in that the game Monday night. Was it Monday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got my days all mixed up. Yeah, and we were just kind of waiting for that aggressiveness, and she got those early fouls, and it kind of put her in a tough spot.
It was scary. That foul, by the way, was on Chilson. Her first, team third on Williamsport. Both shots no good for Manchester. Down the other end, it's Biter. She goes right into Hurley. Hurley kind of didn't even move, took the contact, but offensive board there by Williamsport. Wilson gets it down to Andrews Handy. Andrews Handy lost a handle, but it's going to be an unfortunate bump there by Hurley, and that'll be the first team foul on the Lady Knights in this one.
Yeah, and go back to those free throws from Paige Manchester. That's something that we've seen a little bit of as of late,
I
too,
was going to mention that too. Yeah,
those free throws are kind of that one part of her game that we've seen her struggle with the most consistently. And the other night too, missed some free throws down.
Surprising.
1,000 points too. So
with how good of a shooter as she is, and with her being 1,000-point scorer as a junior, you'd think. But and not to say anything else on this, but those 2 weren't even really close either.
Yeah.
There's Wilson getting in the paint, shot no good. Another offensive board, this one by Biter. Biter gets it out, but it's taken away by Bennett. Bennett does try to do it all by herself, goes to that left hand, and it goes. And if we're going to talk about things like this, Portia Bennett's gotten much better with her left hand this year.
That's exactly what I said. What a wraparound pass there.
Yep. Is that Biter?
Yeah.
Yep, Biter got it into number 4, Chilson, and she will be fouled and will go shoot 2.
Yeah, Lady Knight's a little late on some of these rotations, and I think it's just something that
they're not used to.
I
agree.
Haven't seen that.
That was my first thought as well. They're just not used to these passes.
Yeah, and a lot of other teams, in the NTL with that possibly a turnover or a forced layup, and they block it. First one goes for
that's Chilson.
Chilson.
Yep. Mahon will come into the game for her first action. Number 5, Abby Mahon. She takes out Wilson. Second shot for Chilson. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Schoonover. So we're all tied up, 11-11 here. 2:41 to go first quarter. Manchester has the ball. Nobody guarded. She thought about a 3, but now will pull it out. Here's Brennan, by the way, into the game now. Number 3 for the Black Knights, the senior.
Nice ball fake. Oh. Okay.
Manchester thought she was fouled. Was not. They let it play on as it will go into the hands of Wilson. By the way, that was Rainier who came out, not Wilson. So Wilson gets it inside. Here's Andrew. Andrews Handy's got a nasty. She's good underneath.
Great footwork, a little up and under. It's a great move against a taller defender, which Gracie is, and she's got to get a little lower. Get that. Get the defender a little bit more aggressive underneath and push her off that block. Because right now she's dominating in there.
Yep, and there was a turnover here as well, so I think Coach Gentile's going to talk to scoot over here for a little bit as Chacona comes to the game for her first action in 52. Now she's got a big responsibility of trying to stop Andrews Handy. Substitution by the Lady Millionaires as well. Number 10, Nieto, will come into the game for the first time, taking out Biter. We're getting our money's worth, I guess you'd say, tonight.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. We got to work with these names. And it's hard because, even the hard names around the NCL, we're used to them.
Yeah.
It could be in other sports or coaching against them. And
well, you get some of the same
families
and stuff, too, that we're used to. So, lost the handle there underneath.
Good effort by Brennan, but it does go out of bounds off of her. Stays with Williamsport. 13-11, minute 34 to go. Foul situation 2 on the Lady Knights, 3 on the Lady Millionaires. If you are watching from home, from either Williamsport, Towanda, or afar, thanks for joining us on this Wednesday night. Good hands by Bennett. Bennett goes down, but Hurley takes the ball, now hits Bennett, and now she'll give it off to Manchester. Real good first quarter. We will ask our trivia question at the end of this quarter as well if you want to stick with us for that. It's been a fast first quarter, too, really. Not a lot of whistles. Good pass. Good
Yes,
pass.
that was.
Portia Bennett finds Manchester underneath. She goes up from the left block. It's 13-all now with a minute to go in the quarter. So I still think
Slide down if you're Brennan here to get at least a rebound. Nope, didn't get in front of her in time.
it's good D by Chacona, but yeah, like you said, the backside support wasn't there that time. But Tawana does make out okay as they have offense here with 45 seconds to go. Hurley for her first three of the game. Yeah, shooter's roll. Number 22, Bella Hurley. Makes it 16-13 now. About a half a minute to go. Another turnover. Fight for the ball, and good job there between Wilson and Bennett. As Williamsport will continue to have the possession with the arrow. But that's a big arrow right there. That means Tawana gets the ball to start the second quarter as long as there's not another one, right? Oh, man, I tell you what. Wow. Crossover. Andrews handy. Tried to get number 5 up in the air, Nieto, for a foul. Or number 5, Mahon, but lost the hand. They're going to call that out on. Must be a did off of Mahon.
I was going to say, that must have been some good hands there by Mahon to reach in and deflect that one away right before Portia Bennett got that one up.
Manchester again, scoop shot. No good. There's Brennan in the right place, right time for the senior. Brennan makes it 18-13 now. 10 seconds left. Let's see what Williamsport can do. They have numbers. They get it down to Chilson.
Straight
guarded
up,
by.
box out.
Yeah, that's just really good offense there by number 4. And that should be, it will be, the end of the first quarter. And it was a very fun first quarter. But it does have our 18-3 Tawana Lady Knights leading 18-15. All right, so let's give our trivia question. All right, so I was thinking about this on the way in, like I mentioned. And like I said, Sam has a really cool active poll that you guys can please be a part of. It should be right underneath, if I'm correct there, Sam. It should be right underneath of the stream. Yep. So here's your trivia question. According to the girls' basketball enrollment that just came out for 2022 and 2023, obviously Williamsport is the only 6A school in District 4. Who is the second biggest as far as enrollment school in District 4? And I will give one hint. It is not a team from Bradford County.
Yep.
So
That
one
makes
more.
sense.
So here are your possible answers that will be on your poll. And no, I have them in no order whatsoever. Shikellamy, Jersey Shore, Selinsgrove, or Lewisburg. One more time. What is the biggest? And don't look it up because that's no fun. What is the second biggest school in District 4 according to girls basketball enrollment for the 2022 and 2023 year? Is it Selinsgrove, Shikellamy, Lewisburg, or Jersey Shore? The poll should be open and live now, and it is, so have fun with that and take a guess. We'll tell you the answer right around halftime. So second quarter, I didn't see that. Did she step out of bounds?
Yes, she did.
So Manchester, steps out of bounds there, and it'll be a turnover right away to Williamsport.
Yeah, it was a really good first quarter from the Lady Knights. Fell down a little bit early, but finished that quarter pretty well. Gave up that tough layup to end the quarter, but really strong start. I think Portia Bennett's
the best player in the court. I do too. I was going to say that earlier, but I kind of got interrupted with some action. But shot by Rainier is no good. Good rebound by Andrews Handy. That was one thing I was going to mention. You took the words right out of my mouth, Coach. The second thing, and you can correct me if I'm wrong because obviously you have the more basketball IQ. I think Williamsport might be better in their half-court offense and defense than the Lady Knights.
Yes.
But it's just the turnover game that we're so good at that's kind of helping us out.
Right now you think, Portia Bennett's really affecting this game because she's got 3 or 4 steals. She's got multiple tips that led to other steals.
Yeah,
so,
right.
She's making extra possessions for the Lady Knights, and we've known for 2 or 3 years now.
That's
the Lady Knights
big part of their offense.
That's how they're going to get a lot of their points with their athleticism out, running in transition.
I mean, we just don't look as comfortable. There's Malova in the game. Her first shot's no good. We just don't look as comfortable offensively and defensively in a half-court set as the Lady Millionaires do.
Yep.
But, yeah, like you said, if you have number 20 on your team that can cause all these turnovers and bad passes and tipped balls, it will you wouldn't think it was 18-15 at the end. I was surprised, really. But here's number 41 into the game, too, for the first time for Williamsport. That's Martin. Her shot's no good, taken by Manchester.
Yeah, they're getting into the post, and they're getting some good looks. That's one thing that I'll say is a little scary for the Lady Knights right now.
Wow, man.
Yep, that was a tough call there. Probably could have been a push.
I mean,
from behind there.
Andrews Handy had the defensive positioning, and I guess they're going to say that Portia Bennett lost her balance apparently, and she travels, so it'll go back to Williamsport.
I agree with what you're getting at there, Coach.
It's a nice way to put it there, right?
Yeah, it was very professional.
I mean, let's be honest too. Portia Bennett and Manchester act like they're fouled every time they shoot. They really do, but
that doesn't help their cause.
Sometimes, but sometimes they really are fouled.
They're going to look for this ball coming inside here.
There it is. Andrews Handy kicks it out there. Number 10, that is Nieto. Her shot goes, and it's 18-17 here with 6:21 to go in the first half. And this time, because Portia Bennett goes to the ground, they're going to call Andrews Handy with just really physical down low, number 34 there for the Lady Millionaires. And that'll be the 4th foul on them, her first.
Yeah, very physical inside, especially with Portia Bennett. Portia Bennett's not afraid to battle in there.
Nope.
Bad pass there by Paige Manchester.
Tried to fit it in Schoonover, but there were Millionaire hands all over the place. Ooh, Portia Bennett went down. Like she might have rolled her ankle a little bit. Shot no good. Tawanda really struggling on the defensive boards right now as Lady Millionaires have a bunch of offensive rebounds. And we get lucky there as Sierra Rainier actually just loses the handle and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, the Lady Millionaires have dominated the paint.
Yes, they have.
Rebounding and easy shots underneath. So I always say if whichever team's getting the easiest shot and controlling the boards and even if it's, 1-to-1 with it comes to turnovers, that team's probably got a good shot to win. That was a great catch.
My goodness gracious. Yeah, now this time there's another foul, and it's actually Paige Manchester who comes over to her friend's aid and kind of gives another shove. Kind of like a little bit of enough's enough, as Andrews Handy will be called with another pretty violent foul. And I like the Paige Manchester play right there. I know it's not sticking up for your friend, it wasn't she didn't maliciously push. She just gave her a little shove like, hey, come on now.
Yeah, a little heated moment there. I'm actually surprised that the officials didn't kind of step in and at least talk to a couple of the.
I know they had a talk the other night, right?
I'm a little surprised by that.
This one I would agree with you warrants possibly a talk, but the other one I don't know. I'm going to call an offensive foul here on Schoonover. I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was talking about.
To be honest, I did too.
We had something good going on, but I forgot.
Got the heart race in there for a
it
second
was.
for me.
That was cool. So we're back to regular basketball action there. Nice tip there by Manchester. Goes in the hands of Eliza Fowler. She tries to get over to Manchester, but great job getting back there by number 5, Mahon. As it goes out of bounds, we'll stay with the Lady Knights. Substitutions here for the Lady Millionaires. Mahon comes right out. Wilson comes in, number 2. 18-17, 5:26 first half. Manchester lines up a 3. That one's way long, no good. Yeah,
that's a tough one.
Yikes. You can tell the Lady Millionaires are a city school. Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
With your expertise, your basketball expertise, what is the
Great block there by Manchester.
We'll watch Manchester break here before we do this. I think we can both agree Williamsport has the advantage in the post. With the bigger schools, do you think that is more likely to happen? Like the disparity more happens in the post or on the perimeter? I mean, I would think post. You have so many girls to choose from. You have better options with down low, right?
Yeah, I definitely a tough shot there, but I definitely think it's there's always power in numbers. I think.
So like this one, you can get Manchester's probably the best perimeter player out there, and she's from a 3A school.
Yeah. And I think for a lot of teams, too, she wouldn't be the point guard for a lot of teams, too. So
That's true. That's true.
So I think that plays a factor. Great cut by Bella Hurley.
Give it to her. But like with Loyalsock, they're in our class, but a bigger school dominated us in the post last year, too. I think it was Kennedy, and I can't remember the other girl's name there, too. But I always notice that the bigger schools always have the advantage down low.
Yes. And, that's – sometimes just youth programs working that footwork, and things like that. And you have to separate yourself if you're an athlete in some of those areas because you're going against a lot of competition.
Yep. Manchester shot's no good. Rebounded there by Wilson. You can definitely feel the chippiness of this game. It's probably going to continue. Wilson, nice Euro step, no good. Nice rebound, though, there by Gracie Schoonover. She turns and gets it out to Manchester.
Yeah, we got some tired legs out there on the floor right now, especially number 2 for
Yeah,
Tawana.
she has been wildly all over the place. That shot actually doesn't hit any rim at all. Reminder, too, if you want to play trivia with us tonight, we asked the question here a couple minutes ago. It is live on a poll on Facebook. Oh, wasn't expecting that pass. Goes out of bounds off the Lady Knights. The poll question is, what Williamsport is the biggest enrollment school in District 4? Who is second? Is it Lewisburg? Is it Jersey Shore? Is it Shikellamy? Or is it Selinsgrove? You can vote below. We'll see what the poll numbers are at the end of halftime, and we'll see if the people were right. So right now for Williamsport, they have in number 2, Wilson. Number 5, that is Mahon. Number 14, Helmrich, who comes back in the game after having 2 quick fouls. Number 10, that's Nieto, who takes that shot. That is good to make it 20-19. And number 11, Biter. That goes off the foot here. It's going to be another turnover. Fowler trying to play defense. Great pass, but gets caught under the rim, does Biter. And Helmrich steps out of bounds to go back to Lady Knights. Tawana survives that 4-on-1.
Yeah, that was a tough break there. Eliza Fowler, good steal. Lady Millionaires just kind of missed an opportunity there to get an easy one. They had, I think, a 3-on-1 there early on.
It might have been a 4-on-1,
yeah.
Honestly. It was close.
Eliza Fowler's got to take care of the ball here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, turnovers are just about even right now.
Good hands by Bennett. Can't get the shot to go, but it's going to be off of us. And they're going to give it to Williamsport. So it stays a 1-point game. This has been a 3 to tie point game here for most of this one. With 2:35 to go in the half, it's a 1-point lead for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it seems like a lot of tired legs. This has been a very physical good block there by Gracie Schoonover, but a very physical game, which I think bodes well for the Lady Knights.
You could definitely tell what, being from being from the city, there's
and it's
used
just
to physical
brand.
games.
It's a different brand of basketball.
Exactly.
Especially in that heartland and those types of areas. It just
you got to play Harrisburg in those schools. You got to be tough.
It's officiated different. There's a lot of things that are different in just certain areas. But I think this is good for the Lady Knights because that's what typically happens in district play as well. Officials let things go that they might not in, let's say, Game 12 of the regular season. And it gets a little bit more physical.
Tawana here does a really good job of their passing to get it in to Bennett, who works right around to the outside or to the inside and makes it 22-19 with a layup. All this action right here last few minutes has gone without Manchester, so kudos to Fowler as well. That 3-point attempt by Nieto is no good. It'll stay with the Lady Millionaires. Tawana, again, if there's one thing, like you said, they can really work on is their offensive or the defensive rebound.
I was just thinking, as you were saying that, too, Bella Hurley, Eliza Fowler, Gracie Schoonover, even Paige Manchester when she's back there, they got to get inside of those offensive Lady Millionaires. The Lady Millionaires are dominating just position in the paint. So they're getting whatever area they want. And the Lady Knights need to make it a little tougher for them. And get in front and box somebody out.
Good job by Portia Bennett again. Good find from Manchester. 24-19 Lady Knights. We got a reminder here. Please vote in our poll before we have to close it at halftime. So if you wanted to take a shot, I've had a couple people actually text me. You got to vote in the poll for your vote to count. Man, there's just a battle underneath. I'll tell you what, number 4, that is Allie Chilson, got about 3 offensive rebounds in a row and finally gets called for gets a call for a foul and will go line shoot 2.
Yeah, it was a really nice play there by number 5, Mahon, tipping that back in right to Allie Chilson's hand to get the 2 shots at the free throw line.
So here we go.
Chilson's first one goes.
Sorry, I'm kind of looking at the poll question here. I'm kind of doing half and half. Seeing how many votes we have. Second one goes as well. Thanks for the help there, Coach.
You got it.
See, some people we have are actually responding through text message. Some are responding on the thing. You got to try and get in the poll. So 1:11 to go. 3-point game in favor of the Lady Knights. It's been a close one so far. And you can't ask, like you said, for a better game to get tuned up for
Yeah.
the showdown and then districts.
Yeah, Coach Gentile might be arguing that this one was tipped, or even maybe a little
Push,
bump.
yeah.
A little push there out.
They're letting them
the front
play.
court. Yes, they are.
They are
And,
letting them
that's,
play.
and that's okay as long as it's consistent both ways. Nice find there.
Helmrich
Out of the double team.
just long, no good. Another offensive board for the Lady Millionaires.
Another one here.
Williamsport's just scrapping down low. And there's a bad pass, though, taken by Bennett. Bennett tries to get it to Manchester. Manchester may get a little push to bite her, but with that push, she kind of lost her positioning, and it goes out of bounds back to Williamsport. .38 seconds to go here in the first half. Another entry pass deep in the paint.
That pass can't get there.
No,
If you're the Lady
right.
Knights, that was a 25-foot
was
bounce pass
yeah.
to the post.
And easily, too. I mean, there's not even a hand that could have touched that. Under 20, here's Manchester. She goes Euro step, no good. Rebounded there by Wilson. Bennett slow to get up. Wilson collects. There's 10 seconds left. Good defense by Bella Hurley. Knocked out of bounds with 9.3 to go. Substitution, Athena Ciccone will come in, number 52. Out will come Schoonover for the final 9 seconds.
It's an important possession here for Lady Knights. If the shot goes up here, you don't get a turnover. You got to secure this rebound off this first shot. Got to have this one.
Chilson, that could be any better than that as it's airballed. You don't have to rebound those.
That's right.
Sometimes.
They're the toughest ones to defensive rebound, though.
Yeah,
A
you
lot
know
of
where it
times
is.
air
right?
balls go to the offensive rebounder.
Yep. Ciccone gets it in. That's all you got to do here. Just be careful if you're Tawana. You don't need anything. And they just work the last 3 seconds. You can tell we have some frustrated girls on the court for sure, but that is the end of the first half. And it was a very good first half as anticipated. This is the Towanda Lady Knights 24, the visiting Lady Millionaires out of Williamsport 21. All right, we'll be back here in about 5 minutes or so. We'll give the answer to our trivia question and look at the poll results. And Coach Johnson will do his thing by running down the scoring and what we are expecting for the rest of this one. One more time, 24-21, Lady Knights lead. All right, well, we are back here. Chippy, first half of play, but a fun, quick, exciting, two good teams playing each other. And you kind of expect things to get a little bit chippy when that happens, but it's Towanda leading this one 24-21. All right, really quick, let's run down our poll. And again, thanks to Sam Tavani for kind of helping us out with that. It was our first poll of the year. We had about 67 to between 60 and 40 people watching, so we had 10 people vote on our first poll of the year. What is the second biggest school as far as enrollment in District 4? I actually knew this one. I shouldn't say I knew. I took a guess, and I was right.
Yep.
Our poll results, we had 3 people vote for Shikellamy, 4 for Selinsgrove, 2 for Lewisburg, 1 for Jersey Shore. If you picked Shikellamy, they are the second biggest school as far as girls basketball enrollment. So 30% of our viewers got that. They enroll 363 girls in their high school between 8th and 11th grade. So, yep, thanks for playing with us. Shikellamy is the second biggest, and actually Selinsgrove is the third biggest.
Okay.
So, all right. So, Coach, you want to take it away and tell us what we got for scores?
For the Lady Millionaires, we have Sierra Rainier, number 1 with 2 points. Ella Wilson, number 2 with 2 points. Allie Chilson, number 4 with 7 points. Mia Nieto, number 10 with 4. Kaylee Helmrich, number 14 with 2. And Anaya Andrews-Handy, number 34 with 4 points. For the Lady Knights, Bella Hurley, number 22 with 5. Paige Manchester, number 2 with 6. Portia Bennett, number 20, leads the Lady Knights with 11. And Destiny Brennan, number 3, has 2.
All right, so Williamsport definitely controlled the paint that first half and really controlled the offensive boards, which kind of kept them, honestly, in this game. But Towanda does what they do best, and they controlled the turnover. Well, they may not have controlled it, but they scored a lot of points off of turnovers.
Points off turnovers for the Lady Knights kept them in the game early. That second quarter was sloppy from both teams. A lot of easy misses, some sloppy passing and things like that. But that first quarter, the Lady Knights definitely dominated the points off turnovers. But the Lady Millionaires are dominating the paint, dominating the defensive rebounds. And if I'm Coach Gentile, that's the probably 80% of what I talk to the Lady Knights at halftime. You know, you got to put a body on somebody. Got to make the Lady Millionaires beat some outside shots. You know, they've shown the capability of doing it. But you know, as a coach, you rather the other team take let's say a 15 to 20 footer than a 6 footer. So definitely, you know, battling inside, keeping that physicality, you know, in the painted area is going to be big for the Lady Knights in the second half.
So you have Williamsport, who right now basically is fighting for their playoff lives at 9 and 10. And it should also be noted that Towanda has basically blown everybody out. They've lost a couple games by double digits as well. Haven't played in many close games. Williamsport's played in a lot of close games, win and loss. So we'll see how Towanda responds to a little, I shouldn't say adversity, but a close ball game in the third and fourth quarter. Really, we haven't seen a close game from them since Northeast.
Yeah, like the end of the game scenarios are going to be important. You know, obviously you're up 3 here. Yeah, and you just haven't had to do it. So, you know, that's something that you practice during practice. But it gets a little different. The pressure's a little bit different, especially in game. So it's going to be interesting. This should be a good second half here coming up.
So, again, it's a non-conference game, but like we mentioned, Williamsport playing for their playoff lives right now, and Towanda is just 0.003 percentage points in the power rankings behind number 3 Loyal Sox, so a chance to knock off a 6A team, and more than likely, in all honesty, jump the Lady Lancers again for the second year in a row and take a spot from them.
I think it's important.
It's huge because then if you win that first ball game against the 6th seed, whoever they will be, like now it's Hughesville, you got Line Mountain rather than going to Bloomsburg.
Yeah.
And then if you say you beat Line Mountain, then I guess that's a lot of skepticism, being skeptical. Then if you get to Bloomsburg in the final, it's at least it's a neutral site game. You don't have to go to Bloomsburg. So. All right, so we are back to action here in the third quarter. The Millionaires out of Williamsport start with the ball, and they promptly miss the first one as it's Helmrich, rebounded by Manchester.
Still a good possession there to be able to find the post again, nice and easy. You know, it hasn't been very difficult for the Lady Millionaires to find the post on offense.
Manchester having a tough time here, shaking Mahon, but she does get it back. Right now for Williamsport, it's Mahon, it's number 1 Rainier, number 34. That is. Andrews Handy.
What a play by Portia Bennett.
I wasn't watching
that ball.
Helmrich and Wilson, by the way, too, and for Williamsport. So Williamsport gets another shot, another good shot from Rainier, but it doesn't go. And Tawana has survived 2 defensive possessions here without giving them any points a minute into this one.
Good hands there.
Little lackadaisical. Good hustle right there. That was Eliza Fowler all the way. It looked like a pretty tailor-made 2-on-1, but Eliza Fowler comes flying in and tips it away, and the Lady Knights survive again.
All the way.
Manchester down the lane goes in for 2. She wasn't over the line right there. They gave it to her, but I don't think Andrews Handy ever took the ball out of bounds. She was standing on the black line. Ball doesn't lie, though.
Errant pass.
Turnover on the Lady Millionaires, back to Tawanda. Yeah, like when she got that ball, and I know a lot of teams will just kind of take a half step over and real tap. Her foot wasn't even close to being on the off the black.
Got to get open here.
So Bella Hurley controls it and gives it to Manchester. It's a 5-point game here. 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Just underway second half.
Number 5, Mahon, definitely trying to take away that right hand. Nice pass there from Paige Manchester.
Yeah, you're right. Manchester had the lane, but she decided to be unselfish and hit a wide open Bella Hurley for 2. It's 28-21. 7-point lead is the biggest one of the night for the Lady Knights. Helmrich with the ball here. Gets it inside to Andrews Handy. Skip pass to Wilson. Wilson gets it out to a wide open Rainier. Her shot is short, no good. Good box out. Kind of a combination box out with Schoonover and Manchester.
Yeah, much better job early on keeping the Lady Millionaires to 1 shot so far each possession.
Yep. Rebounding. So Fowler whips it over here to Manchester, gives it back to Fowler. She can line up a 3 this time, and it looked good the whole way. Tipped out from Helmrich into the hands of number 5, Mahon.
Yeah, good shot there by Eliza Fowler. Just missed, just a little long. Good possession there from the Lady Knights.
Williamsport just having a clinic of getting the ball in the paint, but it's taken away from Fowler, who gets it up to Bennett. Bennett, hesitation goes, and Tawanda suddenly is up to a 9-point lead. And Williamsport is going to seize that momentum, and they're going to call a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 3 minutes into the second half, Tawanda now leads this one by 9. All right, we are back here live from Tawana Gymnasium. Surprised they haven't named this gym yet. Mesner Hall.
Didn't they try like the pit or something early on?
Well, I think that was more of like a derogatory because of the fact that they didn't put bleachers on both sides,
yeah,
right?
I don't know. I think they tried something, but it didn't work out. Offensive rebound there.
Another one from Helmrich. Live at Mesner Sexton Hall.
There you go.
It's only a matter of time.
A lot of words, but
that's okay. Here's Andrews Handy. Nice ball movement here by the Lady Millionaires. Biter gets in deep inside. Shot no good. Rebounded by Hurley.
A strong rebound there by Bella
Hurley. That was.
Because that could have been an easy tie-up also to stay with the Lady Millionaires.
This time, Portia Bennett draws the push from Andrews Handy, and I think that's Andrews Handy's third foul.
I believe it is, yeah.
And Andrews Handy is letting Portia Bennett know some talk. And they're going to take her right out of the game, and she's going to come out, and they're going to bring in number 4. That is Allie Chilson back in the game.
Yeah, and, this is our first time seeing the Lady Millionaires, but it doesn't seem like there's going to be too much of a drop-off.
No, they got
Chilson, nice pass there. Nice little screen across.
Chilson.
Oh, what a nice take here.
But the shot does not go from Helmrich, as Williamsport having shooting woes for sure tonight. Having no problem getting the ball open looks in the paint, but they just have not finished very well at the rim tonight, have the Lady Millionaires.
Yeah, lots of great opportunities in the paint, even early in this third quarter. Nice steal there by Biter.
She goes with the right hand on the left side, but it goes, and it's 30-23, just a 7-point game now with under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Oh, lazy.
Yeah, there's 2 lazy passes in a row. This one taken by Chilson, and she puts it in for 2. And now Coach Gentile's going to call a timeout with those 2 lazy passes. Just like that, Williamsport got a little 4-0 run, cuts it back to 5. 3:47 to go, third quarter, 30-25 to Wanda. All right, so a nice 4-0 run by the Lady Millionaires off of 2, let's be honest, lazy passes by the Lady Knights as that cuts this thing back to 5.
Yeah, going to ramping up the pressure here if you're the Lady Millionaires. See if you can continue this roll of turnovers almost.
That was Biter
almost
again.
An underhand pass there. You know, just got
Yeah.
to put some zip on the ball right now.
Sometimes Tawana looks like they are really, really confident and able to pass the ball well, and other times they just don't. That's a good pass from Schoonover. This time here is Manchester. She thought about wraparound, but it was well guarded by the Lady Millionaires. Gets it out to Hurley. Tell you what, Mahon is harassing Manchester, but she goes baseline. She can adjust in front of the rim, and she puts it in for 2 more.
Yeah, got up under Paige Manchester a little too deep there, and Paige can kind of just put that shoulder down, and she's got so much length and that good first step that she can get around that defense pretty easily.
Another steal from Eliza Fowler, who has quite a few of those this game. Mahon trailing, past a foul, she drops it. Somehow Tawanda's going to be able to keep this as Bennett gets it out to Manchester. And I wonder what the chances are of keeping that possession. We're on the, what's it called? What's that silly thing that they use? The NFL, the stat tracker or whatever. Probability.
The probability of win or whatever, yeah.
Man, I hate that thing. Oh, boy. That was awesome.
Oh, man.
That was awesome.
Things are getting physical.
They sure are. Portia Bennett may have just had the greatest blindside block I have seen this year.
15-yard penalty worth?
Yeah, that was a blindside hit, and it was awesome.
Was it a screen?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was not. And when you watch the replay, you will see it. I mean, it was cool.
Okay.
So, first foul shot goes there, by the way, for Mahon. She will shoot 1 more. Remember, it's about 3 minutes in the third quarter. Got to remember that. Good rebound by Schoonover.
Yeah, it was a good box out right there.
She got high, one-handed it. So it's at 6. Manchester goes down the lane, but she gets it poked away by Wilson. And we are going to have a foul here on the Lady Knights. Foul situation's fine right now. That was 2 on Towanda and only 1 on the Lady Millionaires. They're definitely letting these girls play here this evening. Substitution for the Lady Millionaires. That is number 10, Nieto. She comes in for Mahon. So Biter gets it over here to Chilson. Chilson kind of stuck, gets it out to Nieto. Back to Helmrich.
Good strong take there. Nieto for 2.
It just cannot get the rolls right now, can Williamsport. As Towanda with another good defensive rebound, 1 and done. Manchester going to line up a 3. Why not? That's a big one right there. Paige Manchester extends the lead to 9 again for the Lady Knights with under 2 to go in the third quarter. Back in the paint go the Lady Millionaires. I mean, it's crazy how close these shots are for them, and they're just bouncing out. Here's Manchester down the lane. May have got pushed. Saves it, though, into the hands of Brennan. Good job by Brennan there, just relaxing. Go ahead. Sorry, Coach.
No, you're fine. If you're
I mean, small package. Biter almost got 2 there.
Yeah, almost.
She went for the old small package, the WWE move.
Yeah, I think a little bit, may have been a little self-defense there trying to hold on so she didn't fall as hard.
Yeah. I'm telling you, grab the inside, though, and roll it over for 2. Get the 3 count.
I was going to mention, though, you know, if you're a Lady Millionaire right now, you got to keep working what's going, though, because you can get back in this game easily with the shots that you're getting.
Yep.
You know, without much. Oh, great block there.
Oh, my.
That was a really great block.
That was. That ball smacked off of there. Oof.
You can sit there and say maybe got her with the body a little bit.
That was all ball for sure up top.
Up top was very clean.
Oh, they did call that a foul?
Oh, wow.
I didn't see the foul
I did
call.
not see a hand go up there. We must have missed that one. We got a timeout here.
They called it on. Oh, they did call it on Heinrich. She has 3 fouls up there now. All right, timeout. We'll take it with them. 35-26, Lady Knights lead. All right, well, Tawanda holding tough so far at home as they lead 9-10 Williamsport 6A. 35-26, 9-point lead with a minute 22 to go. And again, like we've said several times, this game still does matter to the Lady Knights as it's big for points. And I'll be very interested to see tomorrow in our broadcast tomorrow night when they update the points. If Tawanda is able to hang on, will they leapfrog Loyalsock?
You would think they'd have to, right?
They might even with a loss here tonight. They still might leapfrog them. Like, I don't know. I mean, Loyal Sox lost 6 basketball games, and they're ahead. Both shots, though, were long, no good for Bennett off the timeout. So here comes here comes Williamsport trying to cut into a 9-point game. I got my Williamsport teams mixed up there for a second. Wilson gets it into Helmrich. Helmrich, nice find to Biter. Biter's shot again is no good from point-blank range. Rebounded by Hurley. Ooh, they're going to call that a jump ball, and it'll go to the Lady Knights. Biter had like a hand in there. If Williamsport is unable to come back in this game, they definitely have something they can look at, and that's another kind of lazy pass. As this time it's Schoonover. He does play good defense, though, and is able to corral the rebound, so good recovery there by number 45, Schoonover. Here's Manchester. Harden to the side by herself. Her shot's no good. Going the other way is Biter. Biter stopped by Brennan. Great hands by Brennan. Yeah, knocking it out of bounds, letting her team set up for defensively with 43 seconds left.
Yeah, Destiny Brennan's had some good moments in this game defensively, and that's something that we haven't really mentioned too much. But we're more mention her with that 3-point specialty. But she's done a good job. Nice pass here.
Oh, what a lead pass! Give that bucket, give a half the bucket there to Bella Hurley as that assist is beautifully on the mark to Portia Bennett in for 2. Another steal here for Bella Hurley. 2-on-1 again. Little too much mustard on this one, though. She tried to throw that lead pass up a little bit. It'll go out of bounds back to Williamsport. 25 seconds left. Chacona back in the game. 11-point lead for the Lady Knights at home. Trying to finish off their regular season at 19-3 before the NTL Showdown first round tomorrow night at home. Sam, did we find out who that is yet, who we're playing tomorrow night? I don't know either. It's got to either be Wyalusing or Canton, I would assume.
Yeah, and then on the other side would be Northeast Troy.
Yeah, Northeast.
Or Athens.
I don't know. It's either going to be Athens or Troy, yeah. Or Wellsboro. They were up in it, too. Yeah. I don't know who ended up finished second, though. They were all kind of jumbled around.
Like Athens.
So
like
Sam thinks Canton. That sounds right. I mean, I think it's got to either be Canton or Wyalusing.
Yeah.
Into Chacona, and she'll just kind of chill out with the ball there. Good, smart play there for number 52. We didn't need any more there, and it's an 11-point lead. 37-26 after 3. We will be back for the start of the fourth quarter in about a minute or so. Stick with us. All right, so we did get confirmation from a couple different people. Thank you very much. It will be Canton tomorrow night. So Canton finishes second in the NTL or the small school, which they call it NTL 2 or whatever they call it now. So it'll be Towanda taking on Canton, and like I said, I think it's definitely Northeast Bradford at home playing either Athens or Troy, we would assume, in the other game. And then the winners of those, I would again assume, I don't know this for a fact, but Saturday would be at Mansfield, I guess. Usually how they do it, right?
Yeah, I think that's how they usually do it.
So fourth quarter underway. Out right now for the Lady Millionaires. They have Helmrich. They have. Ooh, that was close.
They have. Go ahead.
Helmrich, Biter, Rainier. We have number 4. That's Chilson, and who's the last one? Number 1, and that is Rain. Oh, I said Rainier. Oh, and number 10, Nieto. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just kind of going off that showdown thing. For the boys, it'd have to be Troy versus, you'd think, Canton, and then Wyalusing versus Athens.
Yep. It's definitely
Wellsboro. Or,
I think Athens and Troy were 1-2, weren't they?
Yeah, because I think wasn't the Athens-Troy game kind of big where Athens could have tied it.
I think it should be those two teams, and then, or is it North Penn Liberty? They haven't lost.
Maybe
they haven't lost too many.
Yeah.
Down. So it's either.
That's actually probably a better guess for the small school there.
Yeah, it's definitely Wyalusing.
Good rebound, Paige Manchester being physical.
Wow, they are letting them batter and bruise down low. They're going to call that a clean block out of bounds, and here comes number 34, Andrews Handy, back into the game.
You know, if you're a casual fan watching this game too, I think it is pretty even. I mean, both ends, they're physical.
Oh, definitely,
on both
yeah.
ends, so the officials are being, I would say, pretty consistent.
Rebound. Destiny Brennan, probably the shortest girl in there, comes up with a nice offensive rebound. Good job by the senior there, saving that possession. And now Portia Bennett. Oh, she had her pocket picked by number 10, Nieto. And it goes off of her thigh out of bounds, going back to Williamsport.
Yeah, this game boils down right now to, Lady Millionaires are controlling the paint. And, at times dominating the paint. But it just comes down to they're missing some easy shots right now. That's what the difference in
that way the
right
whole
now.
game.
The turnover battle, they're winning.
We're not doing a good job tonight, Coach Johnson. I got another confirmation that the finals are not in Mansfield this year. They're in Sayre.
Okay.
So, first round will be tomorrow, Thursday. I'm not going to say what – I'm assuming Saturday, but I'm probably not right on that. But the finals of the NTL Showdown this year will be in Sayre. So that's cool.
I believe the Millionaires bench may have just gotten a warning.
Okay.
I'm not sure because I feel like normally with a warning, the official will go right over to the table. And Mr. Shaw did not do that, but he definitely stopped and pointed at their bench and talked to the table.
And for some reason they have 4 fouls on 14. So who was that foul on? Because we don't have a 14. And they have Helmrich, who probably has 4 fouls, but they must be the odds they didn't update it on the scoreboard.
Well, Liza Fowler's are 14 for us. Or are you talking about?
Fowler has 4 fouls in this game.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow, I guess I missed those. But now they have 10. Oh, they're all over the place.
It's okay.
It's Allie Dawn. She's working hard.
We're in it.
I'll tell you, that's a lonely place to be sometimes on that scoreboard.
It sure is. You're doing 100,000 things.
Hated it. Yep. Yeah, okay, now they changed it. So they called that foul on Chacona. That was her first.
Yep.
So
that makes more sense.
Yep. So 14 fouls on both teams. It's 11-point game. Lady Knights lead by 11 with about 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter.
Nice move.
Another point-blank shot, wildly missed by Lady Millionaire. And Towanda again. See now, Tawanda's, there's Destiny Brennan. Like you said, the 3-point specialist hits one here.
She doesn't hesitate. She does not hesitate at all.
Big lead for the Lady Knights, up 2 TDs, 40-26. This crowd is small but mighty right now, too. You can hear the Williamsport fans in this one. In the paint, shot no good from Helmrich. Rebound, that's to be tipped out of bounds off of Towanda. Substitution again for the Lady Millionaires. This time it's going to be number 2, Wilson. She takes out Nieto.
There's a lid on the rim right now.
I said
one end.
It was down here earlier, now it's down there. Williamsport just really struggling to put the ball in the hoop today. Here's Andrews.
Give it up, give it up.
Good job by Brennan. That's 3-on-1 and just mugged. Is Portia Bennett under the hoop? Let's see who they call this on. If it's on Andrews' hand, it'll be her 4th. They're going to call it no on number 1. That is Sierra Rainier. 5 team fouls on the Lady Millionaires, 4 on Towanda. That was the first foul on Rainier. Substitution for the Lady Millionaires. And they're going to bring out Andrews Handy, and they're going to sub in, is that Chilson?
Allie Chilson,
yep. Manchester tries to get into Schoonover, though. Good hands by Chilson just into the game. It's tipped away back to the Lady Millionaires.
You know, if the Lady Knights hold on to this game and win, they got to sharpen up these turnovers against some of these teams.
You keep stealing my things,
sorry.
Coach. I was just going to say, if you play this way against Loyal Sock, you're going to get beat by 20 points because they're going to make those. Yeah. That Aliyah Kennedy and the other girl there, they're Patterson. That was her name.
A good team missing some of these shots, and you know the Lady Millionaires might leave this game thinking, "Wow, we left a lot out there," and other teams you can't count on them doing that.
Nope. There's a bucket there for Lady Millionaires. It was a long time between them, as that's Serena Biter who puts it in for 2, making it 40-28.
Yeah, let's see if that kind of loosens them up here for the home stretch these last 4 minutes. Down 12.
Biter 1-on-1 with Manchester here. Manchester gets breaks the count. Biter really giving Manchester her left hand right now, but Manchester's kind of content just to kind of hang out. She breaks the count again there on Biter. And that's really good ball movement by the Lady Knights.
A little 4 corners here?
Yeah, 4 corners.
North Carolina.
Milking some clock. The problem is Williams. Yeah, this is good. Oh, Brennan, why not? 3 long, no good. Rebounded there by Chilson. Williamsport's pretty good at defenders, though, 1-on-1.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they definitely defensively have been very sharp.
Rainier's shot is no good, and this time Manchester will walk it up the court. So Towana's efficiently cut about a minute off of this game just by playing, like you said, the 4-corner game. And taking care of it. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Manchester might have got bailed out there because he was getting real close to a 5-seconder, but Biter is called for the foul.
I don't know if you're a Lady Knight dribbler. You got 12 seconds. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey, here we go. A little excitement. Super Bowl, what was that? Ravens and
48, 49,
Niners?
50? Yeah,
right?
out in the Candlestick.
Yeah.
Not Candlestick, that's Kansas City. No, it's Candlestick, isn't that 49ers?
We got Mr. Kevin Clark on the run
Kevin Clark on the run here. Go put in a GFC ground fault for us, bud.
Yep. All right. Little
I mean, we're in the light still up here.
We are. We got the lights.
But we have hit darkness here. We promise we have paid our electrical bill here in Towanda. I don't believe there to be a storm outside.
Could be the wind, though.
It has been a bit windy out there, too.
Some gusts tonight.
Mm-hmm. It's 40-28, 3:28. We have, obviously, a stoppage of action due to an electrical issue here at Towanda Gymnasium.
Could have been just Coach Dawsey over there hit the light switch accidentally.
Oh, no, Mr. Paul Lance is confused as well. The greatest minds and the greatest, I don't know, mentors and people are getting together right now. Here comes Bob Horton on.
Wow.
We have Bob Horton, Coach Craig Dawsey, Paul Lance, Kevin Clark. See what magic they create.
Hey.
And see just,
spoke too soon.
A flicker of hope. Get it?
Yes, a flicker. Let's take a break, Coach.
Okay, sure.
All right.
We'll be back. And we are live from Towanda Gymnasium after that break.
Not much of a break.
No,
I was doing a little reverse psychology there.
That was nice too.
Let's go for a break, and then bang, there they are.
All 4 of the men we just mentioned have emerged back into the
they
gymnasium.
have.
They get a round of applause from the audience here.
Yeah, curious to know what just happened.
I'm assuming they just hit the circuit breaker in that room next door, right?
All right, back to action.
Yes, sorry about that. 3:23 to go here in the game. That's going to be a steal from Biter. Let's see if Schoonover can make it back to the block in time. She tries, and she does influence a bad shot, but there's Allie Chilson with the rebound.
Lights still want to go out.
Yeah, they're motion sensors too, aren't they? So when they go out and come back on.
This happened actually when I was coach. We had the alumni game. And the lights kept doing this on us.
Oh, this is just going to mess with my brain, man. Certain lights are popping on and off. Imagine playing basketball
with
it.
If you're a player, though, like, let's just keep playing. Unless it's dark, let's keep playing.
That'd be even more fun.
Allie Chilson there with the first one from the free throw line.
She'll shoot one more. Half the lights are off now. Half are on. They continue to...
They're kind of all the officials looking at each other like, do we stop it? Should we let it go?
I think once they flicker off once and their motion sense, they'll stay on. I think that's what's going on right now. Good rebound there from Schoonover. So a 40-29, 11-point game, 3 minutes to go in the game.
Going
Same
back
thing.
to it, just trying to
Milk some
waste
clock.
some clock. Nice drive there.
Good job. Paige Manchester. 13-point lead now as time is becoming an issue for the Lady Millionaires to try and get back in this one. They're down 13 with about 2.5 to go. Good ball movement from Biter over to Wilson. Wilson gets it into Helmrich. Helmrich stripped from behind, though, by Portia Bennett. She corrals it and gets it out to her running mate, Manchester. Same thing. They'll let Manchester is just pushed from behind, then slapped in the face to boot. Yeah.
Yeah, a little frustration too. You know, you feel like you maybe not gotten a lot of calls on one end, and but you know both teams are turning it over a lot. The Lady Knights have, you know, close to 20 turnovers, if not a little bit more than that. So there's been plenty of opportunities. It's just, you know, frustration starts to settle in a little bit too.
See if Paige can settle herself down and make some free throws. Knocks the first one down. She'll have one more. And it's good to see a team that's kind of chippy like Williamsport, because I'm going to assume, and not in a bad way, there could be good ways to be chippy. Second one goes as well. I'm going to guess Loyalsock and Bloomsburg aren't exactly the friendliest girls on the court either, right?
And when you're used to winning, just like the Lady Millionaires,
exactly,
just like Loyalsock, and just like Bloomsburg, and just like these teams, it does get physical, and frustration settles in, and great players love to win. Great teams love to win, and when you're losing or it's tight, things get more physical at times.
Listen, if you're playing teams like Altoona and Harrisburg and Bishop McDevitt, you got to be physical, or else you're not going to survive. First free throw goes for Allie Chilson, number 4. She'll have one more. Second one, no good. Rebounded by Schoonover. So we got about 2 minutes to go here. 44-30 foul situation right now. We have 6 on the Lady Knights, 7 on Wilpo. So both teams will be in the 1-and-1 situation. We are going to have a foul underneath the rim, and Manchester will go to the line and shoot 2 more. Manchester's first shot goes. Makes it a 15-point game now. 2 minutes almost on the button to go in this one. And again, the Lady Knights will host the Lady Warriors tomorrow night in the first round of the NTL Showdown. That is a 4-team tournament. It is the large school champion taking the small school runner-up on, which that will be our game. And then we have the large school runner-up, which we assume will either be Athens or Troy. Will be playing the small school champion, which we know is Northeast Bradford. The winner of those 2 games will meet up in Sayre for the NTL Showdown Championship. Good ball handling there from Manchester as we're back to our 4 square to try and run some more clock. And Tawana is 90 seconds away from going 19-3. Another amazing year for the Lady Knights in the regular season.
Yeah, they've done a nice job tonight. You know, like I said, Lady Millionaires have had opportunities to be in this game. Nice take there by number 2, Wilson. And they've had plenty of opportunities, and this game was a lot closer than the score is saying right now. But Lady Knights doing a good job with that physicality, taking care of the ball when they've needed to. Good take there by Manchester.
They're letting them play. Either way you want to call that one, but Manchester's in for 2 more. 15-point lead. Towanda explodes in the second half here, and they are going to take this one at home. 3-point shot from Biters, no good. Rebounded by Manchester. Those of you that are home watching this one or around anywhere you're at, thank you for being part of this broadcast. with us.
No fouls if you're the Lady Knights. Even on these layups, just
My
straight
goodness.
up and then rebound. That's not what you want to do right there.
Tough one from Biter, but yeah, there's her teammate Helmrich, who puts it back no good, but will go to line shoot 2. And we are going to have a timeout by Coach Gentile, probably to talk things out here, make sure nothing crazy happens these last 30 seconds, 6 seconds or so. We'll take it with them. 47-32, Towanda leads. All right, 36 seconds to go. It will be number 14, Kaylee Helmrich, who will shoot 2 here for Wilpo. First shot for her goes, and she will shoot 1 more. Second shot also goes for Helmrich, so number 14 puts 2 more points on the board for the Lady Millionaires. So we'll assume Towanda will probably try to run this clock out here as we're under 30 seconds to go. Again, tomorrow there will be no broadcast. There will not be any. We will not be here, but there will be a broadcast.
Yes.
But we will not have any announcing for the 5 o'clock game. The boys will be playing Williamson to end their season, and the girls. Ooh, man, that is a fist roll.
Bodies just
Sheesh.
hitting the floor.
Let's see if I can find a. I got a few seconds. Let's see if I can find a Towanda Wellsboro score, shall I? Probably not because it's over in Wellsboro, but see if I can find that score for our listeners. And I do not have a score on that. Nope, I got nothing as far as that game goes, but our boys are over there right now playing in that one. Second shot goes for Manchester to make it 48-34. She'll be taken out of the game for Izmailova. Right now in for the Knights for these last 12 seconds, we have Hurley, we have Schoonover, we have Fowler, Izmailova, and Brennan. And it looks like the Lady Millionaires are going to just come across. Now they're going to run something here. As Wilson gives it over to Chilson. Chilson over to Biter. Biter gets it inside to Helmrich, and that shot is no good. So this is a big win over a big school as the Lady Knights take this one 48-34, a big win over a 6A school. We'll be very interested to see the standings that come out tomorrow, and we will give those to you live on the air at 7 o'clock. But, Coach Johnson, what do you got for scoring, and we will get it moving for the night?
For the Lady Millionaires tonight, we have Sierra Rainier, number 1 with 2 points. Ella Wilson, number 2 with 4 points. Leading the Lady Millionaires tonight, Allie Chilson, number 4 with 11. Abby Mahan, number 5 with 1 point. Mia Nieto, number 10, had 4 points. Serena Biter, number 11, had 4. Kaylee Helmrich, number 14, had 4 points. And Anaya Andrews Hardy, number 34, had 4 points. For the winning Lady Knights, Bella Hurley with 7 points. Destiny Brennan, number 3, with 5. And the top 2 scorers, Portia Bennett with 15 and Paige Manchester with 21. Only 4 scores for the Lady Knights to get to the 48-point mark.
Wow. Yeah, they're known to do that from time to
Yes,
time.
they are.
So, again, 48-34, the Lady Knights are victorious over 6A Williamsport. They finished the season at 19-3, a great regular season for the Lady Knights. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock-ish, be here. It'll be us on the call, and we are going to have the Lady Knights taking on the Lady Warriors out of Canton in the first round of the NTL Showdown. But until then, have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.